Right guys, welcome to this video, and today I'm unboxing and getting out and setting up this Evolution R255 TBLX table saw. This was kindly sent in to me from Evolution Tools. I've never owned one of their tools before, so this would be nice just to have a look round the tool itself, see the general quality and how easy it is to set up. So out the box, everything it's packaged well in there. I'm just getting the components out here. Everything's sort of strapped down properly. It took two of us to actually get it out the box. It was that well packed, to be perfectly honest. And this looks like a big, massive jumbo, but believe me, it's not as bad as it looks. And, you know, you've got to expect this when you get a new tool. So just a quick first glance around the tool like you do. It looks nice and solid, just straight out the box. You've got full comprehensive instructions there. And with this, you've got a 3-year warranty. You must register it. So what I would say is, my first thing that I found is when you start putting the stand together, make sure you sit down with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, a slice of cake, something like that, and read the instructions. Now that look like washer there looks bent. It's not. It's a contour. It's like a contour that goes around the tubular steel. So the steel itself, it seems nice and solid. The quality of the stand, the actual components seem really good. There's nothing sort of cheaply made about it. You know, it feels like it should. Now this saw itself, I've seen sort of being bandied about on the internet, and people are absolutely raving about it. And normally with this saw, when I've done my research on it, it always seems to be sold out. So if you see it in stock, I would actually, you know, give it a whirl if you're wanting a job site table saw. Now, you have got sort of competitors to this saw, but this saw sits sort of nicely in amongst the competition, and the features on this saw sort of make it stand out. I think this saw, and why I was interested in this saw, give it the actual edge. So that's the stand made up. It was a bit fiddly, but doable, and, you know, there's a ton of resources on YouTube that you can get that stand made. The quality of the stand, as I say, was good. It was actually good. So you just got to put a couple of knobs on here. Easy to do. The riving knife, it was nice and square. Now you can adjust the riving knife with them two bolts there if it's out of whack a little bit, but this was okay. Now, the initial cut, I know it's all out of calibration, this saw. It's just straight out the box. It needs a bit of calibration, which we'll come to. So that's the soft start, just checking that. And the e-brake, which it's got that as well. And that was a joy. I thought soft start was a bit of a gimmick and all that kind of stuff, but actually, it really is a nice little touch. I like that. So the fence moves nice and smooth, which I'll need to set up. Just a bit of calibration. So I have ordered an upgrade kit for this. You'll see at the end of the video, it come before the end of the video done, which was another riving knife, a wood cutting blade. This comes in the box, comes with a multi-material blade. So if you're doing pallet wood and all that kind of stuff, that's good in case it's got any sort of objects in the wood, that kind of thing. Does plastic, wood, metal, you know, that kind of thing. So just as I thought, it was out a millimetre straight out the box. Sometimes you can get lucky, but it's good to have a look around your tools, and it learns you about your tools. So, you know, calibrating your tools up is a good thing. So you've got the spanners there to change the blade, that kind of thing. I didn't have dust extraction hooked up to it for the first couple of cuts I've made on it. So that's why you've got sort of dust there. But with all table saws and all miter saws, you're going to get dust. So don't think, you know, there's a sort of solution to the dust problem with these kind of tools. There's not. You can get a degree of dust. So I will hook up a dust collection to that. You'll see this tool in use over my upcoming build videos. There's a nice little place there for the miter gauge. So as I'm just looking around it, I'm looking around it for anything I can see that might be potentially wrong with it, and I can't see nothing apart from the initial tune-up I need to do. So the plate here is out of touch, and it just needs a little bit of tinkering with. So there is, you just undo the locking mechanism there, make sure that's unlocked, and as a supplied Allen key, you just, there's 4 like little ports there, you just fiddle with them and just make sure you get it up to sort of level. But as I say, I've got a 0 clearance insert plate coming for this, so I will be showing you that on another video, the change of the riving knife and a standalone wood cutting blade. And I bought them as an upgrade package from Evolution Tools. Even though this tool was sent into me, I paid for the upgrade package, which you'll see at the end of the video. So that's that nice and done. So that's just a simple fix. So I'm just going over the bed with a straight edge now, just making sure that everything's nice and level. I can't see any sort of gaps on the bed itself, and I can. It's all nice and true. Now don't forget, when you get this saw, if you do buy it, register it for your 3-year warranty. So that's perfect. So this is one of the features I really do like, is this sliding bed here. And I'm just checking it to make sure it's not out of whack. I'm giving it, you know, pushing it forward. The runners are like a tough sort of, like plastic. I thought they were steel at first, but they're not. They're actually plastic, but they seem solid and robust enough. That slides really well. It's got some sort of like grease on there. I might take that off and use a different sort of lubricant on that. Now the mitre gauge, you can sort of, you fit it in there and you can lock it down, the mitre gauge there, onto the sliding bed. Now, as with all these tools, the mitre gauges are not that good. We know this, and that can be on high-end tools, that can be on the big, expensive cabinet saws, that kind of thing. They never seem no good, but there's sort of ways you can sort of make them better, and I will be doing a, when you see me fit the upgrade kit on a separate video, you'll see me where I do something with this mitre gauge. So out the box, the blade was actually running at bang on 90, which was lucky, but you just change it there if it's not with that bolt, screw bolt type thing. So now I'll just get it to the 45 and just check it that way. And it's quite an easy operation. Again, there's a bolt on that side that you can just adjust. So that is out of touch there. And it's just, again, just mess with that little screw there just till you get it to the 45, which is perfect. Now, so now I know them 2 settings are correct, and I'm just going in with what I know are perfectly right as well, just as a double check, just to make sure everything's true as possible. So the tracking of the blade, I haven't got one of them fancy gauges that you use, but I've seen a trick on the internet where you go from one side to the other. And do you know what? It's the first time I've ever done this on a saw, and it's running true anyway. But there is like a screw underneath you can adjust the tracking, which is in the manual. So the fence, I'm just checking the fence. So at the back end there, that's running okay there. But as you can see here, it's slightly out, so that's going to throw your cut off. So again, it's a simple operation. Just undo the lever, undo that there, and just tap it over. And just double check everything's square, then lock it all down. So that is now running true. It's these little bits what you should be doing round your saw. It gets you to know your saw, it gets you to know your tool, which is good for maintenance and just as a general rule of learning about the tools. So that is just out an hair's breadth there. So it's just a simple operation of just nudging that over. So just within the space of sort of 20 minutes or so as I'm doing this video, I've got it sort of running better than, you know, people make the mistake, they take them out of the box and they think they can use them straight away. It's not the case. It's never going to be a cabinet saw, but what you can do is get it really sort of running really good. So just make sure you spend a couple of hours on it when you get out of the box, just getting it right. I mean, it didn't take me a couple of hours to do this, but there you go. So that soft start, I'm really impressed with it. I'm just going around the tool, making sure everything's nice and tight. Everything seems nice and secure. And this is the first sort of cut as after I've tuned it up. Now, the blade itself, the multi-material blade, it's good. It's not anything wrong with it, but I want a woodworking blade in there, so that's what I've ordered. So I'm just checking it now for accuracy. Again, the upgraded riving knife I've got is so I can do through cuts, so it's like a sharp fin sort of riving knife. But you will see that on an upcoming video that I do. So I'm giving it a good sort of couple, you know, I'll give it about 10-15 cuts with various sort of bits of wood and all that. This is pine I'm using on this with this blade. Cut through it, you know, no bother at all. And it's set up correctly. So these are what I'm going to fit. I'm going to fit the outfeed table, that kind of thing, the hose, the guard. It's got a clamp there. That's all bits that come with the saw, which I will be fitting. You'll see me fitting them on a separate video. And here's the upgrade kit it comes. So I've got my riving knife. Brilliant service off Evolution. I ordered it. It was here next day. Zero clearance insert plate and the blade that I wanted. So I was impressed with the service, actually. Right, folks. So you see it in the video. Me getting it out of the box. All the jumble it was on the table. Was it easy to put together? Yeah, it was a bit tricky. The stand was a bit tricky, but look at the instructions. If I can remember links to some other YouTube videos that I've seen as well, I'll link them below. Overall, the saw, really good bit of kit, good value for money. I'm really impressed with some of the features it's got on it. The bigger blade, although that weren't the sort of real value in the saw for me, it was more the slidey, this slidey plate here. It's just overall a really good value all round table saw. Now, you're never going to get a table saw 100% precise. It's not a cabinet saw. You've got to bear that in mind. You've got to bear in mind when you get these things out of the box, they are going to require a degree of tune-up like you've seen on the video. And plus, that is good. It allows you to learn about your saw. I'm glad I did that. Went round the saw. There was a few things that were out. I've put right, as you've seen. And now I know more about this saw. The power is good. The soft start is absolutely amazing. I love that feat. Never had anything with soft start. It was more this slidey sort of, this slidey for doing miters and all that kind of stuff. The sort of miter gauge is basically, it's not very good, the miter gauge, but none of them are on these type of saws. But you can mess about with it, get it a bit more accurate, or you can go and get an aftermarket one. I've just purchased for this a few upgrades, a different blade. This comes with a multi-material blade. So if you're doing like pallet wood, reclaimed wood, all that kind of stuff, that blade it comes with is fantastic. I'm going to be doing more woodworking, so I've got a woodworking blade coming. I've ordered that off Evolution as well. the arriving knife, the short arriving knife, and a 0 insert plate that I could just put in. So it saves me making one, plus it's, you know, made for the factory for this saw. So everything's good on that. Overall, I'm super happy with it. Would I recommend you go out and buy one? If you're after this type of saw, most definitely. You can get more expensive ones of these, but for the everyday sort of Joe in his garage, shed, that kind of thing, this is perfect. I like it. It's got everything you need. You are going to need a little bit of tinkering out the box, but that's it. Am I pleased with it? I'm over the moon with it. I think it is a really good saw, and you'll see me using this on my build videos, so I will be able to input some of that info, what I find, some of the quirks, some of the little things that might need improving, all that kind of stuff. But for now, out the box, initial use and tune up, fantastic. If you're in the market for one, go out, Evolution Power Saws. It does what it says on the tin.